but he's not. He is taken out by Nay. Trick finally picking up another round, 6-4. And that was a much-needed round. Because even still, you'll see Melgapson pulling out that shotgun, the cheap version. Wow, the name, for some reason, has escaped me. I am absolutely horrified by that. But the Heaven Guard skin... Oh my gosh. The Mag 7. There we are. Goodness gracious. Forgive me for that. But the quick B push. Nalam entering that B site with a kill on RML. And Mario's going to be coming up from behind them. But they do fall back with the bomb. They don't use that kill to push through. 2 members of Trick still remaining on B site. They are suddenly at a 3v4 in favor of Trick here. Bjerke backing up, seeing if anybody peeks out with that op. But nobody stepped in front of his crosshairs yet. 2 members on A, 1 left on B. We've got Melgapson slowly making the rotate over towards A site. While Bjerke waits to see if anybody dares to step out in front of his crosshairs at Banana. And Mario, Nalum grabbing the bomb, making their way quickly over. And it's going to be a 3v1 on this site. But it will be smoked off once more. Movement has been heard. So we see these members will be making the rotate onto site. And a wonderful hold by Flash. There's only 1 member left. They're firing at each other, though. Getting a little bit trigger happy as Nay is able to finish off the round in favor of Trick. 7-4. Trick still in the lead, but Giant5 certainly not out of it yet. If they can get back in that pattern where they got those 4 wins in a row, then they can definitely keep Trick on their heels and make this a rough second half for them when it gets to it. Flash making his way aggressively up B. We saw this work very well for them before, but they get quickly shut down. A trade of 2 kills for each side here. 2 members left on A. And Khalif is just going to smoke off. Wait for this backside smoke to clear so that they can get out of Banana. And we'll see Puma checking out the little crack in the smoke there, seeing if anybody is deciding to push forward. But he's just going to flash and back away once again. The bomb's still left in Banana. Khalif and Bjerke pushing back towards mid. Trying to decide what they want to do. But if Mario, or however he pronounces his name, I like Mario. We're going to call him Mario. If Mario can get this kill over on A site, which he does, that's a clear site now. Bjerke will be flashing out before, smoking out before getting this bomb plant down. A 3v2 in favor of Giant5. Much better gameplay than we saw yesterday of them against G-Play. And Tricked is going to be left with a lot to come off of here. Making their way onto site. We watch as Mario sits back in pit, and he's able to pick up the final kill on the last remaining Tricked member, putting it 7-5. A wonderful first half for Giant5. Certainly not what a lot of people were expecting to happen here. Obviously, with only a 16% expected chance to win on CSGO Lounge, these could be some huge returns for the people who took that chance. If Giant5 is able to hold it together. Mario's going to start this round off by making his way through apartments, watching those windows to see if anybody's going to be stepping out onto balcony. He's not going to get that wish, but he is going to be greeted by a couple members coming through alt mid, but they decided to back up, back into apartments, so he will be safe. It's a 5v5 still. RML back on site, but then taken out by a very well-placed frag by Bjerke here. There we are. Gabson holding that corner with the Mag 7. While Khalif watching that smoke over towards Banana. 2 men on either site for Tricked. It's a 5v4, though. So if Giants decide that it's time to team up and rush a site at this point, then it will definitely be working in their favor. And it looks like that's exactly what they're going to do. Grouping up, making their way over towards A site. Watching these corners. Movement heard, so we're going to see a rotate being made by Flash right now. But Nay, coming from behind, getting 2 quick picks with that 5-7 before he's finally picked up himself, bringing it down to an even 3v2. So a much better chance here for the counter-terrorists to take this site back, but Flash taken out with the headshot from Khalif as Foda makes his way around, grabs a gun. And he's got to get out there quick if he wants to, and it looks like he does want it. Sees that Graveyard is clear. Takes a shot, backs out, and is saving the ops. So, good call from him. A 1v3 on a site retake would be extremely difficult. So, yet another win for Giant5. Putting the score at 7-6. Wonderful comeback for Giant5 here. Definitely gameplay that they needed. They're showing much better composure in this game than they did against G-Play. Whenever they were playing against G-Play, something that I saw on Reddit was they actually went on one of the subreddits and posted that they didn't expect to win. That they went into it with an attitude of, we will play our best, we will try, but we don't expect this win. And what I hope is that that didn't actually affect their gameplay and their mental, their mental capabilities with it. Because if you don't expect a win, then you're not going to push for it as much. If you expect it, then, I mean, at least if you hope for it. So I don't know, but I'm wondering if maybe that had a negative effect on their gameplay, and if them going into this game with a higher attitude towards themselves has helped to bring them these 6 wins. Nalum making sure to take out all those boards in dark so that he can see his way in, but Foda's going to be sitting back. Saw the grenade come through, so he's going to have that trigger finger ready for anybody to step through. Nalum making his way through Mexico. No strong presence at any particular site at the moment, but Maniac pushing through right now. Pre-firing all the necessary spots, gets a great kill onto Mel Gapson. Firing through that truck corner. He may have spotted a leg there, but that was of his teammates, so we will see a B movement with that bomb, with RML and Flash remaining on site, Foda and Nay remaining on A site as well. But Flash putting that smoke to use before he is finally picked up by Birki, but RML helping out as well. Birki's taken out from site. A well-placed frag is going to force him to back up into construction, brought down to 80 health. It's a 2v2. RML holding that site with everything that he can, but the bomb plant is made, and a wonderful flick headshot from RML as Nay comes around that corner and is able to pick up the kill on Mario. A great play by Trick. They're able to pull this round into their favor. Wonderful gunplay from both Nay and RML, holding that site with nothing but pistols. 8-6, securing at least the advantage in the first half. And we'll see as each team comes into this full buy. Last round of the first half. Lith is going to push his way forward through that smoke. Trying to put those roof bounce flashes to use as Nay backing away from mid right now. Giant5 pushing forward very aggressively. We haven't seen this kind of aggressive gameplay from them yet this half. But they've got that beat. They've got Banana ready for anybody who dares to push through to check to see how many people are on this site. We've got an exchange of gunfire happening over towards A site right now with Mario alone in those apartments, and he's doing exactly what he wants. He's got that rotate out of Nay. Nay is off of that B site, and here come the flashes. It's a fake at Banana. They want to try to get Nay to move back over towards site, but he's not falling for it. In fact, they get quite the opposite. Wait a second. It's a fake. Flash moving over towards A site since nobody pushed through after the fake flashes. And so they faked a fake, and now they are going to be pushing back onto B site with only one man to contend, but it's RML and a great 3-spray, holding the site all by himself with a 4K. Wonderful gameplay from Tricked, holding that site. 9-6 is the first half in favor of Tricked. A great first half from Giant5 as well, though. Wow, a wonderful hold from RML. RML did wonderfully there. I am astounded. They faked the fake, and they faked out the team, but that's not enough for RML. That AK was put to use. Great first half. And we'll see as they switch sides. Can Tricked hold this pressure on T side, or has Giant5 improved their counter-terrorist game since we last saw them play against G-Play here? We'll just have to wait and see. So, the first pistol round, what they're going to do is a quick rush up B, but those nades bringing down these terrorists low, and they're going to have to push through smoke, and it's not going to work out for them. Nalam puts with some great gameplay, backed up by Khalif. The first round goes towards Giant5, and that could guarantee them 2 more rounds as well if they play their cards correctly on this second one. This is where it gets dangerous. This is where a lot of teams, if they lose this second round, put themselves in a rough spot for future rounds, because as you see, we've got FAMASs, we've got MP7s, we've got PP Bisons, all bought by Giant5, and if they lose this, that's a lot of wasted money. But this time around, a very strong A presence will be made by Tricked as they rush through apartments. Guns blazing, Tech 9s out of nowhere, coming in on that man in pit, but Giant5 not able to hold them back with those bot guns. As I said, if they couldn't hold this together, they're going to be in a rough spot. And now they've got a difficult retake, and they have to decide, do we go in and risk losing these guns that we purchased, knowing that it's going to break us for the next round, or do we run back? And Khalif decides to go in. Nalam believes he hears someone coming in behind him, but what he actually hears is Foda down bottom left, and he's almost got him by surprise, but can't secure the kill. Tricked takes that second round, 10-7, and now Giant5 are in a world of hurt when it comes to their financials. And we'll see as each team, I don't know why it's not bringing up the financial bars on either side of the weapons there whenever they start, but Giant5 going to have a lot to come back from here after that buy-up loss. And we can watch as the terrorists now stay spread out. No need to rush. They've got guns in hand. They have the firepower advantage. We see armor and a frag on Maniac, the only one to have bought on his team. As Foda tries to make some noise over towards B site, but there are 4 men on A right now. Giant5 doing everything that they can to hold, but a great flick from Mel Gabson before he is picked up. And Maniac and Khalif, the last 2 remaining members for Giant5, with those 5.7s, very powerful guns. They're making them work for themselves, too. The bomb does get planted, Khalif making his way around with his MP7. We'll see if he and Maniac are able to hold this, or able to come back onto this site here, rather. Maniac with the 5.7 making his way through apartments. Khalif coming around from the same side. 1 man in pit. Maniac sees it, but he can't get to it in time because another man is on site. And as RML jumps up onto the box, he's able to get the kill onto Khalif. 11-7. Tricked has a strong advantage here. Giant5 going for what looks like another mostly full save round with P250s and 5.7s, even a CZ brought out by Birki as the next round begins. Giant5 not quite bringing in that upset yet, but they are not out of this game with 7 wins on the counter-terrorist side. They'll need to just push their way through these save rounds and make happen what they can. But over towards mid, we've got Mario dropping. And the bomb is being straddled back and forth between A and B. Some gunfire trade on B site. B is clear, but they're going to take advantage of this. They know that Nalam is going to be rotating, and he does make the rotate over towards B site. They have a smoke down. Nalam does not know what to expect. And so as he makes his way towards site, the bomb gets planted on A. He's waiting to come across anybody. He's going to get his wish right here in Banana as Foda watches for the rotate through Banana, waiting to see if anybody pushes through. But Nalam not being too aggressive about it. Now he is going to decide to make that push. Backing up towards B now. He's just going to save what he has. That 5.7 is A lot more money than if he were to try to 1v4 with nothing but a pistol and lose it. So. And the head peeks out, but no kill secured there. So both of those two members remain alive, and it has taken 12-7 in favor of Tricked. Giant5 have a lot of catching up to do after those rounds that they took that first half. They had a strong display, but they haven't done much this half around. But now both teams at full power. We'll see if Giant5 can put these guns to use, lobbing those early grenades, trying to get as much damage down as possible. Cliff checking to see what's happening over in Banana, and he doesn't see much at all. But Mario may soon come face to face with several members coming out of apartments here, and the jump around, they are on him quick! But not before Maniac can save his friend's life, as RML is taken out. And RML is one of the top fraggers currently for Tricked. So this could be good news for Giant5. Bjerke stepping out, able to pick up the kill onto Flash, and they still have all five members remaining. And one member over towards B site, another one rotating just in case. They know that they need to have the firepower evened out if they want to hold this. We'll see as Nalum makes his way towards B site. The Molotovs are going down. The grenades have been laid, and he gets the first kill, and he's unable to secure the second as Nay takes him out, but Nay is quickly then picked up. Foda, the last man remaining on this site. He goes for that bomb, but he's not going to be able to get the plant because he's got a lot of pressure coming from all sides here. One man from Banana, two men from CT. Sees that flash, gets a great headshot onto Mario, and he's going to fake the plant, waiting to see if anybody steps out, and now he's going to go for it. He's going to get that bomb down. That's going to be great money for his team, but he is quickly picked up by Maniac, and that is a round one for Giant5. But not before that bomb plant goes down, so Tricked isn't going to be in a too rough of a spot financially.
Bomb has been defused.
Now that they've got that plant, so it should be full buy for both sides once again. Giant5 with only two members remaining isn't the best way to start a comeback, but it is going to be enough to at least get a win on their side, get that money slowly started to flow into their bank accounts rather than the terrorists. As they make their way to their positions, the terrorists stack 5 heavily into mid before spreading out to watch all of their corners. They will slowly start to make some sort of presence over in Banana. See if they can get a rotate going. Maniac brought down to 63 health there. Flash as well. As RML stepping through apartments, trying to be as loud as possible, it seems. Trying to get some sort of rotate there. And they are going to get just that as Nalum leaves Khalif to be the only man on B site right now as Flash and RML wreak havoc over towards A. And we'll see if Nalum is able to hold it. I'm sorry, if Khalif is able to hold it, and Khalif burns alive over on B site as the terrorists once again take this site at full force. Giant5 going to have a lot on their plates if they hope to secure... If they hope to re-secure this site, rather. Mario firing one bullet, a little love tap towards his teammate there. Foda coming around the truck, picking the kill on the other side of it. Mel Gabson on site, watching, and is able to pick up the last kill onto Nalum. And that is 13-8 in favor of Tricked. Giant5 forced right back down into that eco position after the buy-up last round. Certainly not where they want to be with Trick sitting at 13 rounds won. But Giant5 proving that they can hold their own here. They can make these teams work for these wins rather than just that one very, very unfortunate loss against G-Play. We'll see as this smoke makes its way over towards Truck, landing right on the hood. And a strange glitch keeping me from instantly going back towards the player. I apologize for that, but it is a 3v3 as Nalum is taken out by Flash. Bjerke trying to get a kill. He puts some damage down onto Foda, but certainly not enough as the terrorists are able to get on site. The bomb will go down. Berkey will do everything that he can with that pistol as he stares at this corner. Very excitingly. No flashes or anything, but he is picked up by Foda and Khalif, the last remaining member of Giant5, grabbing an AK. And it's not looking like he's going to go for it. He is going to back up, save that AK, and try to hold the next round with this gun. His team is not going to be sitting very well with money. It looks like Tricked is going to send out Foda on a Khalif hunt here, but he's not going to get it. Khalif will be able to save that AK. And Giant5 with no choice but to force up here. Otherwise, basically hand Trick the win. Shaking their hands saying, here, this is for you. We'll see as 3 members of Trick make their way towards mid. Foda splitting off towards Banana. Getting very aggressive. Trying to keep this pressure onto Giant5, but RML's not having, or RML is going to help out with that by taking out Maniac. Foda moving over to the site. 2 men on B site right now. It's a 5v4 in favor of Trick, with Khalif also sitting extremely low. Foda trying to see what's going to happen here. Saw 1 man in the corner, but he becomes completely blinded, but makes his way over towards CT before any more damage rather, can be brought down upon him. And only 1 man remaining on B site right now. And that is Khalif taken out over in construction. Foda watching for any sort of rotate. Unfortunately for Berkey, he is the last man left alone for his team. And it looks like Tricked will be able to take this 15-8 over Giant5. Berkey able to get that kill on Flash, slightly injuring the economy of Tricked, but certainly not going to be enough to take this game by any means. And that's going to be that round there. Give me just a moment. There we are. 15-8, Tricked with an extremely strong lead. They have won out of the last 8 rounds here. They have been able to take 6 of them from their opponents. Gunfire blindly through smoke at the moment. Berkey sitting in it as well. And we see as Khalif is able to get a wonderful headshot onto Foda there. And teammates firing at each other, but Flash able to pick up the kill on Berkey. And then RML being picked up. But Flash turning, able to take out Mario as well. So it's a 3v3. And he gets on site. The bomb is not in his hands. But he is watching, waiting for Khalif to come around from Banana. Waiting for Nalum to peek around from Arch's side as well. Nalum checking to see if there's a crack in that smoke. There's not. There's a hole in the bottom corner, but I don't think anyone's at an angle where they can take advantage of that. As Khalif comes around on the other side, dropping that smoke, that Molotov is going to make him force a decision of whether to back off or go for it, and he doesn't have time to choose to back off. Nalum coming around, and that is it. Trick finishing the round. Flash finishing the round rather. Trick taking the win, 16-8. Guys, stick around. We've got one more game after this. We are going to be showing HSBG versus Tricked next, so stick around.